As we wait the indictment of Donald Trump, I thought I'd say a few words on the matter. First off, full disclosure, I like the guy. I have liked him since 2015, since he decided to run the first time. I'd heard of him many times prior to that, but I'd not really followed him a whole lot or paid much attention. But I can honestly tell you that from the time he entered the White House or entered the race, I've been watching him and keeping tabs on him. So much to the point that it's caused me sometimes to get into arguments with people and defending them because they just don't get him. Now, they sometimes think, well, you must be one of those sycophants. You just think everything he does is right. No, hell no. I think there's things that he does wrong, just like every one of us does things wrong. But I think the difference between him and typical traditional politicians, he doesn't take his hand out of his ass, put it up in the wind, and see which way the wind's blowing. He's a man who believes what he believes, and he fights for those things. He is principled in that way. Is he misguided at times? Sure. Who isn't? Who doesn't screw up occasionally? But I'll tell you what, I would take him over 100 Joe Bidens. If you can honestly tell me that the world is a better place with that clown in the White House, okay, then you obviously smoking some pretty good stuff, and that leads you to be delusional like the trans people. So at the end of the day, Trump may not be perfect, but he is a principled individual that you know reasonably well which way he's going to side, and he's not going to run from a fight. If you were in a dark alley walking alone and you saw a couple of people coming, who would you rather have in your corner, Trump or Biden? Who do you think would stick beside you and help take those people on, Trump or Biden? Easy question. One of the other things I always tell people when they're his detractors, I say, look, I always judge a tree by its fruit. And what I mean by this is, I look at Trump's kids. Okay, are they screw-ups? Do you hear stories about them like Hunter? Like the Clinton kids before? Do you hear tales and sagas about all the craziness and the madness that they're doing? Are we talking royal family here? Are we talking just warped kids who are really screwed up writing Mommy Dearest books? No. His kids seem to be pretty well balanced. And amazingly enough, they all seem to be successful and think a lot of their father. Now that tells me that he can't be a total doofus in how he's raised his kids. They obviously respect him. They obviously have found he's done something right. And contrast that again to Sleepy Joe. Look at his son. Doing crack, making porn videos, sleeping with family. Come on, really? That's a guy you think is great material, great leader? Come on. You hate Trump that much that that's what you would go with? Anyway, as we wait, we'll see what happens with these charges. It'll be like most things. He's like a Teflon kind of guy. He just, knowing him, he will trudge through it. And this probably won't be the last because there's a couple of other, counties and other states that are looking at doing something as well. But you've got to ask yourself, for a guy who is considered by the mainstream media, for the intellectual elites, to be a buffoon and a total ass, what are you worried about? If this guy is as much of an idiot as you say, how could he be possibly any kind of threat to you and your democracy? It's because you know he's a threat, because he's the kind of guy who's a threat to the uniparty. He's a threat to both sides. Why? Because he doesn't give a rat's ass. He doesn't care about your opinions, and he doesn't need you to like him. He says double middle barrel fingers to all of you. And you guys don't like that because you like your political animals to be the kind that you can buy off and you can manipulate, because most of them are just wretched, useless human beings who would sell their own mother down the river if they could. And this guy, for his detractions, for all his flaws, isn't that guy. He can't be bought off because he doesn't care to be. He's got enough money, but more than that, he believes what he believes, and he's a guy of principle in that way, and he doesn't back away from a fight. And all of your other people do. And that's the reason you guys really have a real issue with him. He's the ultimate alpha male. Again, not perfect, not every single quality I admire, but no man, no woman is. Nobody hits that litmus test of everything being right. Human beings don't seem to achieve that. But I'll tell you what, as I said at the beginning, I'll take one Trump over 100 Bidens or 100 Trudeaus. Actually, make it 1,000 Trudeaus. Anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Please post any comments you have in the comment section. You can also follow me in my Rumble on my Locals account. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Share your comments. As always, I welcome them. This is a democracy. And like I said, being that, hey, just throw in your 2 cents worth. Tell me what you think of Trump or anything else, and I will see you next time.